Hey guys, so I know it's been a long time since I've done a video, but we're just going to pretend that's not the case and jump right back into this as if nothing has happened. I'm going to be attempting to read 200 pages a day this week because I am trying to really get books read. I have been bad at reading this year so far. It's already mid-March. I turned 30 in a couple days. So you'll see that happen in this video, which is just, I don't even know. Okay, anyways, the first book we're going to be starting off with is 1,000 Boy Kisses. I'm already 2/3 of the way done. I have a little less than 100 pages. This book, if you don't know what it's about, these two young kids at the age 5 meet their neighbors, a boy and a girl, and they become inseparable. As they grow up together, they fall in love, still inseparable, and then something bad's happened. They're forced to separate, and then that's kind of like the end of the world until something else comes along that's even worse. Before I got into this book, I just heard how much of a tearjerker it is, and I was 3 chapters in and already started crying. So I did, though, however, accidentally spoil it for myself. I was just looking at the back to see how many pages, that kind of crap, and I saw just a couple words that spoiled the whole thing for me. But I'm going to keep reading it. I just know I'm going to cry. So far, it's a good book, and it's not even that long of a book, but I will say, I feel like there's a lot of unneeded words in here. Like, so much of this, the chapters are super long, which I can't stand long chapters, but I feel like all of this, like this much is, we've already found out some devastating stuff, bad stuff's happened, and there's like this much of just going along of their feelings for each other, how much they love each other, and their relationship, which is all fun and games. It's all beautiful love story, but it's just like, all right, I get it. I feel like the whole time they're just trying to get us so attached to this relationship just to break our heart. That's what I feel like little Miss Tilly's doing to us, but it's okay. I'm going to hopefully finish this today, but I mean, it's only like 100 pages, so this is only half of what I need to read today. It's getting close to 12 o'clock. We're gonna push through though, okay? And I work a few days this week, so I'm gonna have to really push myself to get to my 200-page goal. But either way, let's read it. Okay, so I totally meant to update you last night, but I didn't get around to it. I almost reached my 200-page goal. I mean, I was so close, but I decided to go to sleep. I could have stayed up easily and finished it, but anyways. So I finished 1,000 Boy Kisses. This book, if you don't know what this book is about, spare yourselves. It's not a very long book, but it took me a while to get through it because after we got to the point of like figuring out what the big thing is, it seemed to drag on a lot. We were just focusing so much on their relationship and like how much in love they were, which was great. It's just we're going on so much. I feel like she was trying to keep us in a state of crying. Like when the book was over, there was the epilogue and then a bonus chapter, both just completely unnecessary to me, of just trying to make you cry even more, you know? So for that reason, I'm giving it a 3.5 star, but I do think it was like the message behind it, at least what I got from it, is less about the bad thing that happens and more about you need to appreciate what you have, appreciate the time you have with people that you love, and just appreciate life and don't rush through stuff. Now, there was a quote that I want to find that I absolutely love. She was talking about some poem. I'm not sure what the poem is called, but this alone made me tear up, which I think is because I was already emotional from this book. Okay, I found it. It's spiritual. That's part of why I loved it, but okay, so they're on the beach and she looks back and she's like, oh look, it's our footprints, and he's like, and this brings on the poem. It's more of a story really about someone who has a dream. In the dream, they're on a beach just like this, but they're walking beside the Lord. As they're walking on the beach, in the dark sky above, the person's life is played out for them to see. As each scene is played like a movie reel, the person notices that 2 sets of footprints were left in the sand behind them. As they continued, every new scene brought with it a trail of their footprints. When all the scenes had been played, the person looks back at the trail of footprints and notices something strange. They notice that during the saddest or most despairing times of their life, there was only 1 set of footprints. For happier times, there were always 2 sets. The person was really troubled by this. The Lord said that when a person dedicates their life to him, he would walk with them through all the ups and downs. The person then asked the Lord, why at the worst points of their life did he abandon them? Why did he leave? He tells the person that he had walked with them their whole life through. But, he explains, the times where there was only a single set of footprints were not when he walked beside them, but instead when he carried them. I'm already getting a little emotional again. Like, that's so... Anyways, that's gonna live rent-free in my head forever. But anyways, that's my overall feeling of this book. It was good though. It's just there was a lot extra that I didn't think needed to be there. So anyways, I finished that. I was crying. My fiance was making fun of me. Then I picked up Hollow. I am loving this book to death. Okay, I was supposed to get to page 386. I got to page 359. So I was so close. This book is so good. This is about, it's fantasy romance, a romantasy if you haven't ever heard of it. It's about this girl and this guy, and the guy is Fae, the girl's human, and in their world they are separated by, like, the Fae have built up this big wall, and then there's this forest, which is a like living, breathing forest, and the fact that like it moves and it does this stuff, and there's this curse that happens. The forest is starting to expand and like eat everything around it, and this is all happening like on an island, and so they can only run so far, and they're at the point where they're like, we can't escape anymore before we're just in the water and we'll die in the water. I'm trying to explain this without giving too much away. I think it's like every 50 years or something they have the Great Hunt, where there are people who train like their whole lives for this great hunt, and it's when the forest gives them the chance to break the curse. And to break the curse, you go into the forest for 40 days and you try to capture these 12 spirits, and the 12 spirits were supposed to be like taking care of the forest, but when the curse happened they kind of lost their minds, and so no one's taking care of the forest, which is why it's growing and being bad. And so you go in and you're trying to find these 12 spirits, but no one in the hundreds of years that this has been happening has ever come out of that great hunt alive. This forest is very dangerous, and it's just so anyways, the Fae will put some in, and then the humans put some in, and they're all trying to find the spirits to break the curse. So our girl goes in. She's not supposed to, but she's training because she wants to go in for her own personal reasons. She goes in, and then of course she's going to end up meeting our Fae MMC, who we're loving. So anyways, I am eating this book up. I usually read like 40-ish, give or take, like 40 to 50 max pages in an hour. I'm reading like close to 70 pages in an hour with this book. One, is just that easy to read, and I'm actually just obsessed with the story and I can't get enough of it. So I hope I can get 200 pages today. It's already 7:20 because I worked earlier. So I'm going to binge just as much of this book as possible, and if I get 200, so less than 200 pages till I finish this book. So that's awesome. I would like to finish this tonight. That would be amazing. I mean, just look at, I don't have the dust cover with me, it's over there, but just look at the art on this book. And like, I have the purple version. I think it was the Walmart exclusive. It's usually blue, but my fiance bought this for me. He bought the purple one, and I love it because it's a little different than the other stuff. But this is just such a beautiful, like, yeah, there's a dragon. Okay, so we're gonna get to reading and hopefully finish this book tonight. Okay, I'm on page 395. So I'm not even close where I need to be, but the twist, the bomb just dropped. Oh my goodness. A twist that I was, ew, Franklin. A twist that I wasn't even sort of expecting to have happen. This book. Sorry it's loud, my ear's on, but it is the next day. I only read like 100 pages yesterday. I started really late, and then I was tired, my eyes were getting heavy, and I did not want to miss any of this book. It is so good. But I'm going to be finishing it tonight. I have about 100 pages left. I'm on page 439, and there's 542 pages. So literally, like, I can't math in my head, but basically 100 pages left. And we're gonna finish it tonight, and then I'm going to start another book, which is exciting, but I'm also like, I feel, this book has me in a chokehold. Like, I've never, it's rivaling to be my favorite book, and that saddens me because I love my other book, and honestly I think they're tied. Anyways, we're gonna finish reading this now. I'm like so excited to see what goes on, but I'm also sad, and I'm trying to like really appreciate reading this for the first time, because I know this is gonna be one of those books on my list of books I would sell my soul to read for the first time again. I know this is already on that list. Anyways, enough blabbering, let's read. if I haven't said this enough already, this book is fantastic. So it's the next day. I did finish this last night, and oh my gosh, the ending, I will say, is not what I expected. It's definitely a cliffhanger into, I'm assuming, another book, but not so much a cliffhanger that I'm like pissed off about it. Like, it's fine. I can wait till the next book. I don't want to because of how good it is, but the cliffhanger isn't making me furious to need to like reach for the next book. This is a 6-star God tier read, 1000%. I can't picture another book topping this. It was so good. It's also absolutely stunning. Like, this book is gorgeous. I don't know what more to say about this except if you have any interest in fantasy or romantasy or whatever, you've got to pick this up. I'm telling you, it is a quick read for being a fantasy book, and it's great from the start. I'm obsessed. Highly, highly recommend. So last night after I finished that was about 100 pages. I needed to read 100 pages more, which again I failed at. Franklin, I'm sitting on his bed and he's very unhappy about it. Aren't you, Franklin? See, he's mad. Anyways, I've learned that I don't like reading two of the same genre back to back. So I like to go between like romance, fantasy, thriller, like something like that. So I decided to pick up Never Lie. I'm reading this for a series on my TikTok. So I'm gonna read it here now. I'm on page 56, but I already had the first chapter read, so I didn't even read 56 pages. I read probably like 40 pages. So not terrible, but not the 200 that I needed to read, more like 140. This dog. Would you quit? I know I'm not far into it, but so far I am loving it. It is super quick paced, easy to read. The chapters are tiny, and that's amazing. And from the beginning, it's been like creepy, like ugh, and it hasn't let up yet. We're having a POV of our current time frame, and the girl, our main character, is through her point of view. And then we have some past point of view of this woman who is now missing, but presumed dead. The current girl, her and her husband are looking at houses to buy, you know, and they come across this one house. They find it in a really creepy way, like during a snowstorm, and the realtor isn't there, so they're at this house by themselves, and they're seeing that it's still fully furnished, but layered with what seems to be years of dust, so like not used in all that time. But a light was on upstairs when they got to the house, and they're like, why on earth would the light be on upstairs and no one have lights on downstairs, and there's no cars anywhere, and it's just, and of course when they're in the house and they go like look around, all the lights are off, even upstairs. So creepy. And then they're seeing this house is the house of the author from the past who went missing. Super rich, wealthy author. He's trying to pull the bed that I'm sitting on, which is why I'm like, anyways, and so I think they're kind of trying to figure out like what happened to her. Also, she's an author of like some really descriptive, brutal stories because she's a psychiatrist and she writes about her patients, and apparently it's like a lot. It's called The Anatomy of Fear. So like, oh, I am so excited to continue. I don't know what else to explain except that the person, like in the very beginning, the prologue, there's a line that says like, she's better than a lie detector. I will know the truth I always know, never lie to me. I believe that's from the author's point of view, the one who's missing. So I am so excited. We're gonna keep going. I'm gonna read a little bit now before I continue doing any of my other chores I gotta do, which is stupid because it's my birthday today, okay? I worked yesterday, I'm off today, I work tomorrow, and I'm doing nothing. I would love to just sit and do nothing but reading. That would be fun, but there's other stuff I gotta do, and it's already 1 o'clock. I'm not feeling this. I'm also PMSing on my birthday. And now my air's cutting on and it's loud. I'm gonna continue reading. Hopefully I can get to 200 pages because there's short pages, and I'm off today, so I don't have to wait till like 7 to start reading. I have to talk to him, otherwise he'll bark. Isn't that right? Okay, let's read. Okay, so this clip I didn't realize filmed without audio. I don't even know how that happened, but it did. So basically, I made it to about page like 260, or I could have said 216. I'm trying to read my lips and I don't know what I said. But basically in this part, I'm telling you that I'm enjoying the book and I think I already figured it out, which obviously at this point is very low chance that I'm right, but I have a very strong feeling that I figured out what the twist is going to be and like what the like moment is. So that's me just going on about that, and yeah, let's move on. Okay, it is the next day. Of course, I could have easily finished this book last night, but I was getting so tired and I was like, no, I want to be more like alive and awake for the ending of this book. Because remember how I said, like, I was like, I know what's happening. I was thrown. I still think that what I said might, or what I thought might be somewhat true, but there was definitely a twist that twisted and I didn't see it coming. However, I'm a little annoyed because it was done in a way of like, you could not have predicted it. Now, sometimes you can look for little clues. This was just, it's just done in a way where it's like, I don't know. It kind of annoys me because I like if there's a, you know, a story or like a mystery that you can solve. It's just close to impossible. Anyways, I'm excited to finish it. I made it to page 296, not 100, not 200 pages, not even 100 pages. I'm failing miserably at this challenge. I so much apologize, but I'm off today, so hopefully I'll get a lot of reading done. So we only have, I'm on page 297. We have, I can't math in my head very quickly, but we have until 334. So less than 100 pages, really not much. We're gonna finish that now and then start another book, but I'm excited to see how this ends. It feels so good outside that we're gonna finish this book. I'm sitting in my car outside with like the door open, but I just wanna show you my outfit. I love these pants, they are so freaking cute, and I love clothes, but I just, you know, we've got the do. Amazing. All right, let's finish this crazy book. My air's on and it's loud. My dog's bark. The next book I'm going to pick up is Part of Your World by Abby Jimenez. Why'd I say that funny? This is my first Abby Jimenez book, and so I am excited. I've heard so many good things about her in general, and I've heard a lot good about this book. The reason I'm choosing this book is because I am reading it on a TikTok spin-off series that I'm doing. It's a spin-off of my 31st chapter series, and this is a book I'm going to be reading for a little mini vlog in that series, but I'm excited. I remember I enjoyed the first chapter, and you guys commented, you guys are like my TikTok followers, whatever, commented that I should keep reading it. So this is what we're gonna do. Starting on page 8, I honestly don't know what I need to read to. I don't remember how much I read of the last book, but I'll figure it out. We at least have to get to page 108, but I know more than that because I didn't read 100 pages and never lie. But we're at least getting to 108 tonight. But then that's not the end of a chapter, so we at least need to get to 118. But most likely more than that. I look like crap this morning, I apologize, but I actually read my 200 pages yesterday. I'm so proud of myself. But today's the last day of this challenge, so I'm going to read 200 and finish off strong. But this is about the 100-page check-in. I'm really enjoying it. It's really cute. It's different. It's not the same type of slow burn that's like in most of the books that I read, which I love slow burn, but this is nice that it's a little different. And I'm excited to see how their little story plays out. She's from the city, like 2 hours away from him, and he's in like this teeny tiny small town of like 300 people. And she's this like wealthy doctor, and he's just like, he could work with his hands. He's a mayor, carpenter, Mr. Fix-It of the town, all that kind of stuff. So completely different worlds, but there's this connection that they don't understand, but it's like strong. So I'm very excited to see how this continues. Remember how I was like, oh, today's the last day, so I'm gonna finish it off strong and actually get my 200 pages in. That was funny. So I didn't hit the goal again, and But I will say it's because I watched The Housemaid last night with my fiance, and that was a lot of fun. So of course, my little review, the book was better. Shocking. And anyone else who watched it, like, when I say this, tell me if you know what I mean. The first half to like 2/3 whatever, something about it just felt very like fast and like rushed. And I don't know if it's just because I read the book first, or watching it, things were escalating a lot more quickly than I remember them in the book. But my fiance really enjoyed the movie, which was good, and he was surprised at the twist, and I did really enjoy it. I just thought the beginning was like, it just felt rushed. I don't know, maybe you know what I mean. But anyways, so we did that last night, and that took up a bit of my time and just my brain power, so I didn't end up reading all 200 pages. I read over 100 though, so I made it to 233. I think I've slowed down a little bit too, because I just sensed the third act breakup is like right around the corner, because I mean, we're a third of the way through, and there's always a third act breakup in romance books, so I'm so scared to get to that point. But we're done with this video, because yesterday was the last day, and so I won't be finishing this in this video, but I am doing a little reading vlog on TikTok and Instagram and YouTube Shorts. So if you follow me along there, you'll see my final thoughts and everything on this book. But I think I'm just like delaying the like heartbreak, but they always end up good, so I just need to get through it. It's fine. But I am really enjoying this book. I feel like it's going to be at least a 4-star, but I don't know yet. Stay tuned to the TikToks and stuff to see. But yeah, so it turns out reading 200 pages a day when you have a full-time job is really hard. I did definitely, like, I didn't watch hardly any TV, like hardly at all, unless I was eating dinner, or last night for the little movie night we had, I wasn't watching TV, I was reading. So it's definitely nice to have that kind of goal, because even if I didn't reach the 200 pages, I still filled my time reading a lot more than I would have. Mr. Franklin has to have his little debut. Say hi, everybody. So that is it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. My next video, I'm going to be doing a lot of fun little hobby and audiobook listening stuff. So I'm really excited about that one. I'm going to be starting filming on it today. So stay tuned for that. Thank you guys so much for watching, and have a wonderful day.